Hi everyone and welcome back to 360 Recaps. Today we'll be recapping The Extraordinary Attorney Woo, Season 1 Episode 1. A young girl stands in a doctor's office where her father, Gwang-ho, explains that although she is 5, she does not speak. The doctor diagnoses the girl as autistic to the father's shock. As Gwang-ho and his daughter arrive home, their landlord becomes very angry. The landlord accuses Gwang-ho of having an affair with his wife and begins to beat him. This causes his daughter, Young-woo, to become distressed. In her turmoil, Young-woo then starts yelling legal precedents and laws regarding beatings, which causes everyone to stop. It is the first time she has ever spoken. Her father asks her where she learned all of this, and it is revealed that she memorized the legal books her father has from his time in law school. When the landlord's wife comes to apologize for her husband, she learns Young-woo is a genius and predicts that she will become a great lawyer. 20 years later, Young-woo wakes up. Her room is full of whale figurines as she is obsessed with them. There are also law books of every variety. She gets dressed and walks down to her father's sushi shop to have breakfast. Her father is excited about her first day of work at a law firm and tells her she looks great. Young-woo has the exact same thing every morning as she does not like surprises. Her father gives her advice for her first day of work in order not to appear strange due to her autism. He specifically instructs her not to talk about whales. Young-woo leaves her father, but you can tell that he is concerned about her as she awkwardly walks down the street. On the train she is nervous, but listens to whale sounds for comfort. She arrives at the building where her law firm is located, but has difficulty entering the rotating doors until a kind and handsome man named Jun-ho helps her through. He offers to show her to her law offices. He is very popular and is greeted by everyone as he walks in. He directs her to the office of her supervisor. Young-woo nervously enters her boss' office and introduces herself. The encounter is awkward and they are unaware that anyone is starting that day. They find her paperwork, but the page mentioning her issue with autism is missing. Her direct supervisor leaves them to get acquainted, and it is revealed that the female lawyer went to law school with Young-woo. Min finds a note on her resume that appears to be from the CEO. It says, "Take care of her." Young-woo's supervisor goes to the CEO of the company about her. The CEO points out that she graduated top of her class, but he protests her hiring. He suggests that they assign her a case to test if she is capable of being a successful lawyer. Her boss gives her a case wherein a husband and wife get into an argument and the wife strikes him with an iron. The elderly husband is now in the hospital recovering, but his wife is being charged with murder. The state has decided to try her even though her husband has not pressed charges. Because the iron looks like a whale, Young-woo starts speaking of whales to the confusion of her boss. Her boss believes it to be a simple case wherein their client, the wife, can just plead guilty and receive probation. When Young-woo and her boss meet the client, she finds out that it is the woman from whom her father used to rent their apartment 20 years ago. She is happy to see Young-woo and is proud of her. Her husband now has dementia and has been complaining of having terrible headaches. Her husband often accuses her of flirting with other men and abuses her. The day that she attacked him, she said she wanted to kill him, but was just angry in the moment as she does everything she can to take good care of him. Young-woo then realizes that the law draws a distinction between trying to harm someone and trying to murder them. She approaches her boss and tells him that she wants the client to plead guilty for trying to harm her husband instead of trying to murder him. Because if she was trying to murder him, she won't be able to inherit her husband's assets after he dies someday. If they can prove she only had the desire to fight back, then she will be able to stay out of prison and still inherit her husband's pension and rental property. Her boss is very impressed with her work and regrets his earlier comments about her. He then sends her to the hospital to visit the client and her husband with Jun-ho. They first speak with the physician and find out that the husband did not have an outer fracture to his head, but somehow experienced a hemorrhage. Young-woo asks if something else could have caused the hemorrhage, but the doctor said that it's very unlikely. When she arrives, she sees the wife dutifully serving her husband. But when the husband awakens and recognizes Young-woo, He becomes very angry and attacks her because he still believes that her father was having an affair with his wife. Let's take a break for a moment. Do you like mysteries and solving cases? Play an interactive true crime-inspired murder mystery game where you get to search the victim's room by clicking on items and watching scenes of her life. Based on a true story, solve the murder of this young woman.
Where am I? What happened? Who did this to me?
Just click on the link in the description to play this free game. Now back to the show.